6:34 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Saturday, September 10th, 2022, as the Michigan Wolverines take on Hawaii tonight as a 52.5-point favorite. As I'm XRP Future Millionaire and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So I wanted to talk about the history of Ripple up until 2017. Since we always talk about the last couple years, I want to talk about it from the inception. And then we're going to get into the charts. Make sure to hit that like button, turn that bell notification to all, and I would really appreciate if you join the more than 13,440 subscribers of the channel as we're on our journey to 15,000 subs. And also share this on social media to try to get a few more people in here so that they can see the truth and see what's going on the charts on a daily basis. I'm really humbled by the amount of followers we have here. I never thought this would happen in a million years, and I never thought it would happen in 17 months. So I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. So the history of Ripple. Ripple was released back in 2012 after being co-founded by Jed McCaleb and Chris Larson of OpenCoin. By 2018, the company had experienced 36,000% growth and established a growing network of some major global banks. But how did this incredible success develop over time? Let's look at a brief timeline of events. So here's how we get to 2017. So 2004 to 5. Ryan Fugger is inspired to build a decentralized platform that can be used by individuals and communities to make their own money. He builds the first primitive version of the platform on RipplePay.com. 2011-12. Jed McCaleb begins development of a digital currency that determines its value by consensus as opposed to mining. Fugger hands over RipplePay to Jed McCaleb and Chris Larson, who rebrand the organization as OpenCoin. 2013, OpenCoin secures $2.5 million from angel investors and rebrands itself again as Ripple Labs. They make the Ripple code open source and release an iPhone app, which is later withdrawn. 2014, Ripple Labs grows quickly to become the second largest cryptocurrency. German bank Fedora adopts the Ripple protocol for international payments. Prices continue to rise, and in a single month, the value doubles. 2015, more banks begin to come on board, notably Santander and the Royal Bank of Canada. They rebrand for a third time, dropping the labs to become Ripple. 2016, Ripple is allowed to operate in New York State and receives millions in funding. 2017, Ripple is recognized as a payment system by the largest banks in the world and goes on an incredible run, growing by 1,000% in the last month of the year of 2017 alone. And then below is a graph that illustrates the growth. As you can see, we've come significantly down. And even on that pattern, you could say that's a distinct head and shoulders pattern that has played out. Some could say. And now, why most of you come to my channel to see the charts. XRP is up 0.45% today to 35.87. Bitcoin's up 1.32% to 21,653. If you go back to my earlier update today, you can get an update on XRP, XLM, XDC, and DGB, along with XRP. In this update, we're going to focus on XRP and on Bitcoin. And if you wait until the end, I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I'm going to do a special update on one that you guys all like, and gals. And also, if you want to join Tom's Army, I would greatly appreciate it, as that does help fund the show. Allows it to where I don't have to charge for or do any weird advertisements, which I greatly appreciate the 214 members in Tom's Army. It's been a slow go the last couple months, but there's been a lot of support shown nonetheless, and I am eternally grateful. Eternally grateful. Probably internally as well. So with XRP, we're still bouncing on the 20-day here, and this is the 30-minute time frame. And as long as we're bouncing on top of this, we're okay. We could even come down to 35.62 and hold this uptrend, but we're in this ascending triangle, and until this uptrend busts, we're fine. And then you've got this low support at 35.14. Now, if that bounces and breaks this, then you've got the chance to break down to 33.18, and then it can get ugly. That's when you can get ugly, but right now, we're choosing to keep it a little more simple. We've got this ascending triangle, and if I got to draw more in, I will after. If we go from the XRP USD chart and focus on the perpetual chart, that's Bitcoin, BitGet linked. We see a lot of similarities here with the USD chart. We're on the top of an ascending triangle, but in the much bigger descending triangle, but we're in a bear flag. So in a proper bear flag, down to support, resistance, support, resistance. I mean, this happens a lot. We fell down, hit the support, came up to resistance, hit the support. Now we're just filling this bear flag out. Eventually, you break down or break up, and if you break up out of a bear flag, then you come up to the top of the pattern formation, and that's all the way up at like the 55-cent area roughly. But if you break down from here, then you come down, and it's a pretty steep drop no matter where you decide to fall. You know, it gets you down sub 24 cents. So if I turn my phone sideways so that you guys can see this just a little bit better, and the only reason I don't is because it's harder to show you guys everything within the pattern. But if I show the other way, it makes it a lot easier for me to zone in. But that's what we're actually in. That's what the pattern looks like if you take it farther out. But if we look like this, I can show you the exact part of the pattern we're in. And then let's look at the XRPUSDT chart that's in relation to the BitGet. That's an insanely big bear flag. It's huge. Now if that breaks down, and this, like I said before, this has a lot of room to the upside still. Just because it might break down doesn't mean it can't have its rally back to 38,455. That's the top of the pattern. Doesn't mean it can't break out to the top side, but if it does follow it true, and we've been very generous. Whoops. We've been very generous with this pattern. Kind of ruined it a little bit. What did I do? It's okay, we can come up here now and actually use the current formation all the way now. But this is if we were to break down. We'll say we break down back here. That gets us all the way down to that 12.3 area. I mean, and this is being generous. So a bear flag breakdown brings us way down, and this is the weekly time frame. So if we bring it back out into like the 30-minute, that's how we get to bouncing in these ranges. We're in this rising channel that once we break, which we haven't yet, if we break this, that's when you start to break down. So look at this uptrending support. We're on the 20-day still, but we are showing signs of running out of volume here. But as long as we don't break this parabolic uptrend, as I would call it, you can continue to make the run up to about that 39-cent mark until we find further resistance. This uptrend right here, it's a break at 35.98 approximately, or depending on how high up you ride it. But once you break this, you're coming down pretty far, and it would be a great opportunity to short if you get a true back test confirmation. Bitcoin is at 21,733. It looks like it wants to come up to a head. And Bitcoin has a rather large bull flag, so I wouldn't be dicking around here. Because technically, the top of the pattern is 22,940, but if we get an extended push over, it's 23,490. Now, I acknowledge if we break down and come back down here, maybe we hold a 200-day. That could be a way to make the pattern like this a little bit, but as of right now, if we continue to extend up, and yes, we don't have a ton of volume, but right now it's still showing signs that we want to break up until we cross this 20-day. Until that 20-day crosses, we're pretty bullish right now in the immediate short term. And like, we can't even really do anything yet because this pattern, once it breaks, it's going to have to come down like something like this. And this is just a rough estimate so everybody can see. So if this, even if it hits here, it might have to bounce through here. But if it breaks down here, the logical choice would be to come back to 20,413 to retest. Or you're coming up to about 23,000. That's what I'm seeing right now with Bitcoin and XRP. And then for anybody who decided to stay until the end, I want to show you Quant real quick. And I'm not going to put this in the title. Nah, I'll put it in the title, I guess. Quant's in this ascending triangle pattern. Again, I'll bring it to the side view so you guys can see the actual pattern. And that's if Quant breaks down. That's the pattern. If we break this uptrend, that would be the downtrending support that Quant would be coming down to hit. Obviously, we have a long ways to go before we ever break down that low. And if we break this weird bear flag pattern, then you have a target of about 47 bucks. But right now, in the here and now, it's going to the 30-minute time frame. Quant, like many others, is still finishing off. It tried to have a bearish cross, but it's going to either prove a fake out. But these are not good signs when you have a big wick pull downs like this. A lot of wick pull down here, so we could be running out of steam. Once we break this formation, which it might not be yet, we might come back up and retest 106 or maybe a tiny bit higher. But once we break this 20-day, we got a nice mighty drop. And then if the 200-day were to break, because this looks like a bullish start lead, which means it could have one more level to go still. But you're looking to have a break here at any point. The 20-day, then it would at least tell you coming down to 100. And then when you break the 200-day, you're coming down to 93.58 approximately. But right now, again, a lot of these are on the same similar parabolic uptrends. And until they break these, you got nothing to worry about. Until this breaks about the 101 spot 83, this still has a lot of steam left, but this could be the ending point right here. We can watch it. Now you're going to wait for it to break this resistance to know it's going to go up another level. Otherwise, it's trapped within that ascending triangle pattern. If you want to trade like me, or you want to trade XRP without a VPN, you can do it like this. Simply go to my videos, click on the video description below by clicking that down arrow, click on more. You can read the mission statement if you want. And this time in history, we must transcend our awareness to a digital era where paper money is no longer an option. When the ISO 20022 framework is put into place, that's where the ISO 20022 compliant coins in particular, XRP will transcend the way we use money on a world level. Don't miss this one chance in history to build and transform your wealth, not just for you, but your kids' kids. No moon, no BS, FUD-free, next level technical analysis. And then if you want to see UB2B's NFTs, you can go there, you can donate. And join Tom's Army by clicking Tom's Army. That's the best and the most efficient way to donate to my channel. XRP you can obviously send with the address and the destination tag. You can send PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo. And then if you want to trade XRP like me with no VPN, join BitGet. That's my partnered link. And if you want to copy trade me, type in XRP Future Millionaire in the copy trades. If you want to see more content, I have the ISO headquarters. I have a TikTok, my Twitch where I go live each and every night, and then Twitter as well. But the TikTok is where everybody should, if you're watching me and you enjoy my content, the TikTok's going nuts. Yesterday I had 635 subscribers. This morning I had 703 when I woke up, and now I have 806. It's fucking insane. Well, some of these I was just watching the game, and but this video I put out this morning has almost 2,000 views. And it's just, the support on TikTok's been absolutely incredible. So if you want to find me there, or if you want to see more content, I'm all around.